Welcome back to the Famlete Business Podcast. My name is Andrew Pancho Glover, and I'd like to say to our viewing audience and listeners, Happy New Year to everybody.
One, two, three, I know beats like ABC. Might come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z. Back to raps, I won't miss. Heard the beat and I kissed. Sing a lot, but I switched. Yeah, bet you rappers so pissed. Now I'm high up with the stars. Yeah, I'm on the path up to Mars. Yeah, told me I wouldn't get far. Yeah, how you like all these bars? Yeah, how this kid fit so authentic? Why did I live that I said it? Yeah, flow is so sick, need a medic. Lies so corny, let's dead it. Yeah, I just prove what I do. Yeah, name is Tom, but no cruise. Yeah, beat is on and I cruise. Yeah, vibe is lit in my cruise. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Might come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3, ABC from A to Z.
To everybody that joined us last year, we have a lot of new things that are going to be happening on the family business this year. And one of the things is we're going to have a lot of different guests. And I'd like to say, first of all, that Alex, our usual host, is not with us right now. She's in off season, but she will be joining us when they start back up practice to enlighten us on what goes on behind the scenes. We're getting ready for the volleyball season. But today I have my son, Andrew Pancho Glover, Andrew PJ Glover. He is here today to visit with us, let us know about him, what he did, the sports he played in, how he's been impacted by it, and what goes on in the locker room and on the field. PJ, welcome to the Family Business Podcast. We're glad to have you. Introduce yourself to our listening and viewing audience, please.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew P.J. Glover. I am the son of Pancho Glover. Right out of high school, I signed to Southern University in Baton Rouge, which is a HBCU, which, if you don't know, is the rival school of my father. You know, it's funny how things work out sometimes like that, but hey, God works in mysterious ways. I ended up leaving that school, and I transferred to Fullerton College in 2017. And in 2017, we were fortunate enough to win the national championship and go 13-0 and be ranked the best junior college in California that year. And then the following 2018, I was also fortunate enough to be joined by my brother and then also go undefeated again for the first undefeated back-to-back seasons in school history. After that, I was fortunate enough again that God blessed me and he sent me to Ottawa University in Arizona, where I earned a 2-year scholarship and I played my 2 years out, and now I'm finishing up school there.
So you've been very successful at playing the game of football. So when did you started playing football first, and what inspired you to want to know more and participate in the game?
I've always wanted to play football from a young age. My father, you never really let me. You said it was always going to make me hungry, and I think there is a lot of truth to that. Always watching all my friends out there and all the kids out there just playing ball, and I'm always just begging to play ball. But you knew what you were doing, and you were protecting my well-being and my mental health. And as I get older, I appreciate that, and I thank you for that because I'm 25 years old, about to be 26, never had any major surgeries, never really had any major injuries. I mean, it's been a blessing. So I really didn't start playing football until high school. I played a little bit in middle school, but I mean, that wasn't really organized football for real like that.
Yeah, I think that becoming a student athlete is one of the most important and leadership positions that there is. And so I wanted to make sure that I impressed upon you how important it was to be a student first and earn the opportunity to be an athlete. And so I thought you would appreciate it more. And I knew that at one time or another that athletics can be taken away from you, or athletics are going to go away. But what you learn in that classroom is always going to be with you. And so I wanted to make sure that you understood that it was a great opportunity and an opportunity to be in a leadership position. And so you could go out and do your very best and be successful. But football is not the only sport that you participated in. You were also an avid basketball player and was on the basketball team, point guard, I might add, at your school, which was a private school here in Houston, Texas, the Woodlands Christian Academy. Can you give us some insight about what it was to go to that school and to prepare and to play basketball as well as football?
Yeah, the opportunity to go to that school was amazing, man. I honestly look back on my high school years and my high school career, and it was a big blessing. To be able to go to school and play three sports like yourself, I didn't do it in college. I'm not that great of an athlete like yourself, Mister Man of Three Seasons here, but I was able in high school to accomplish playing basketball, football, and field. I didn't run, but I did throw the discus and the shot put. And yeah, Coach Sanford, going back to my Northland Christian days when we were kids, he's just a great coach. He's a great man, and it was a great opportunity to be able to be coached by somebody like that really cares about you as a person and not just your football abilities and things of that nature. And then also having the opportunity to be at a smaller school and be able to go switch right over to basketball and then switch right over to track. And yeah, I played point guard, but that's because I was starting out as a three guard, and then our point guard went down, and I'm all a team player, so the coach thought I could excel in that position, so I did my best, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Just be careful. Your camera is bouncing a little bit whenever you're moving around, whenever you're talking. So, just kind of stay, a little still, and maybe your camera, I don't know if you're holding
Yeah,
it
I'm
or
holding.
whatever, but it started bouncing around a
All
little
right,
bit on me whenever you were talking.
I got you.
So we can still pick up after that because she can cut that out. But anyway, at any rate, that was a great experience at Woodlands Christian. I thought that, it was a great academic school, and I thought it would give you an opportunity to expand your territory and do other things that you like other than just playing football. And I think your mother and we thought that a lot of those things you learn in the classroom, on the basketball court, and on the track would be transferable into your football game. So you go to Southern University, then you end up going to Fullerton and Ottawa University, where give us a little insight about your last season, how that season felt with Ottawa, how you felt, and how you felt about your team.
Yeah, that last season at Auto was a little weird, just because I really wasn't with all my guys that I really came in with in that class that I was recruited with, just because of all the different things that was happening in the world, like COVID and everything like that. I actually left during COVID, and I went back to Ottawa University to finish up my senior year, just because I felt like I had unfinished business there, and I wanted to finish up school and everything, and just we couldn't let anything stop us. So that last season was great, man. We ended up going 8-2. We lost one regular season game. We won the conference for the second time I was there, so I'm a two-time conference champ there, the first two-time conference champ in school history. I was also part of the very first district championship and conference championship in school history, so I have that under my belt as well. It was a great experience, man. Just getting to travel and live in Arizona, live in Louisiana, live in Texas. It's just a really good experience to meet a lot of different people and really network myself.
Yeah, to live in California as well, fun in the sun. And you have family in California that were able to, back you up and stand in there for you whenever your immediate family wasn't there. So I know, that was a good experience. Can you tell us a little bit about how that impacted your life, being a long way from home, from Texas all the way in California, and having extended family members as a support system while you were adjusting to the West Coast lifestyle?
Yeah, I got my Uncle Joe and my Auntie Sess out there. They live out there in Carson, California. So when I first got there, he would pick me up and he would I'm sorry, he would take me around and he'd take me to the different beaches and kind of just show me my way around. And after, as we joke about it now, but after a minute, he kind of just let me do my own thing. He showed me around for a minute and he showed me what I needed to do and where I needed to be at, and where I didn't need to be at. And then after a minute, he kind of just, let me do my own thing and be out here by myself. But every weekend I was over there. I'd say at least 3 times a month, if not every weekend. I was over at my Uncle Joe's house on the weekend. He was cooking for us. We was watching the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a good family atmosphere, just good vibes to be around. You know what I'm saying? You are who you surround yourself with. So you surround yourself with good people and you're going to become a good person. And I think that's what happened when I went out there to California. I started surrounding myself with better people and I started becoming a better person.
Yeah, for to all our listeners and our viewers, we've got some background about you, but we have not talked about the positions you played. Could you give some of those aspiring position players, offensive linemen or defensive linemen, let them know the positions you played, and maybe give them some insight about the preparation process for you, to trying to be the best that you could be at those positions?
Right. Initially, when I went to Southern University, I was a walk on player, and if a lot of people don't know, they only at Southern University they only take two walk ons out of all the people that try out. So I was living in the back of campus at the time, so I had to walk an hour to work out every morning and make sure I made it to workouts on time. And I know a lot of people don't know his name, but Coach Odoms, he coaches at Norfolk State right now. He was a great coach at Southern University, highly talented, a lot of accomplishments and things of that nature. He does not play. So if you're 1 minute late, I've seen people that play football on scholarship for him for 3 years show up just a little bit late, and you've never seen him again. So just it was just the punctuality and the system that we were in. It's just I feel like it was really good for me, and it wasn't the easiest thing to do out there in Louisiana away from your family. And then on top of all of that, I went there to play defensive line. I was learning defensive line plays. I was in the rotation for defensive line as a walk on, so I thought things were going well. But somebody went down at offensive line, so they needed me to play offensive line. I stepped up. I did what I had to do, and I was one of the only traveling freshmen, not just not walk on, nothing. I was one of the only traveling freshmen that got to travel with the team and go to Georgia and watch them play there, Louisiana Tech, and I just really thought that was a good experience for me. Even though I didn't end up playing offensive line later in my career, I just think the two positions really transition well.
Yeah, and as I understand it and remember it, you played both offensive line and defensive line in high school and started both ways. So what kind of experience was that like, and how did that prepare you for getting ready to go to
I
college?
feel like playing multiple positions in high school just gives you a better opportunity to be seen and to express your talent because the position you go in at, a lot of the times, is not the position you're going to stay at. And that's not to be a discredit to you or to say you're not good enough for anything. That's just what the team needs. And if you're a team player, then you're going to step up and do what the team needs. And like you always said, if you're a baller, they're going to find you. They're going to see those different traits in you. They're going to see what you're best at. And at the end of the day, it's all about winning. And it's all about making your team happy. And that's the ultimate goal. So as long as you can go out there and do that, I feel like playing multiple positions will set you up better as being a better athlete and an all around leader on the team, as opposed to just being a one position player and being one dimensional.
Absolutely. I think that's a good. Yeah. So how do you feel about being, having played sports, having went to school, you're on pace, to graduate real soon. You already have a degree from Fullerton, but how do you feel as a role model of playing the game of football and being a student athlete? How do you feel you could best help somebody else or in the community to tell them about the preparation process needed to be not only get to the next level, but to sustain coming out of high school and going to college? What are the different principles that they need to incorporate into their lifestyle that will make it a little bit easier for them whenever they get to that next level?
The two things for me were just consistency and never giving up. Because one thing that you can be for sure that's going to happen is there's going to be trials and tribulations. And it's going to be things that knock you off your pivot, and it's going to be days you're going to look up and you're going to tell yourself you can't do it. But if you really want to do it, and that's really what's in your heart, and that's really what you want to do, and you want to be great at what your sport or whatever you're doing, then you just gotta get up and do it. You just can't give up because you can't make it there if you give up. That's how I look at it. There's no way. There's a 0% chance you can make it to where you want to be if you give up. As long as you're still going, there's always a chance, and as long as there's always a chance, then I'm willing to take those chances every time.
Yeah, the one thing about the league that we play in, this NFL, is not for long, and it's a prove it league. And you have to prove to people that you can do it. It's not where you could just talk yourself up and self-appoint to be one of the greatest ever and not get out there and back it up. I feel like I've been living under that umbrella, my whole career. And that's what drove me to play 3 sports: football, basketball, and track and field in high school and in college. And I think that I benefited from it. It has made me stronger. It's made me built out of tough fabric. And, we're going to have some interesting things happening in 2023 in reference to that. G3 triathlete coming soon. We will, let you know exactly how that came about, what happened, and it was historical. And I just want to share that with people. I want to share it with athletes so I can encourage them. I can encourage younger athletes to not let people tell them what they are and are not capable of doing. Give me an opportunity to do it on the field. Give me an opportunity to express myself, whether it's in football, basketball, baseball, because somebody, some people always say if you playing AAU basketball, then they frown on football. You don't need to be playing football. You're going to hurt. You're a basketball player. Well, in my case, it helped me. It helped make me tougher. It helped make me stronger. And it helped me in a lot of coaching situations and a lot of situations in game where the game was on the line that I was able to come through. So that's what the Famlete business is all about. It's a family of athletes that utilize sports and turn it into a business on the field, off the field, and in the community. So our other question of the day is, would you rather get paid more to be on a bad team, or would you take less to play on a really good team that goes to the playoffs? So if you would get paid more to be on a bad team, 0-15, 0-16, or 1-15, you get paid more money though, or would you take less to play on a winning team that would have the opportunity to win the big game?
I would take less to be on a winning team that has the opportunity to win the big games, just because when you're around a whole bunch of losers and losing, it's bad for morale, it's bad for your mental health, and yeah, you got money, but money isn't everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different ways you can make money out here besides football. So I feel like as long as you're making good money and some money, I'd rather win.
Right. I'm a winner too, and I'd rather win. But I am the worst when it comes to winning and losing and attitude. I have the worst attitude about losing. And I remember back in the day when I was playing with the Los Angeles Raiders from 91 through 95 in LA, we used to always have family and friends come over after the game if we won. We would have all kind of food and fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and everything for after the game if we won. But if we did not win, I would cancel. The after game party because we didn't win the game. So everybody used to always call and ask mom, "Hey mom, are we Mary, are we still going to be eating after the game?" And she would tell them, "No, Pancho don't want anybody to come over after the game because we lost the game." So that was part of it. That was in me, and my expectation was to win because I know that, when you win, it continually get better and everybody has a good attitude. So that's it for our show today. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to the Famlete Business. We are so glad to have you with us, and we're so glad to have you back in 2023. Lots of things in store, and we will be seeing you on the next episode of the Famlete Business. And if you stay ready,
You don't
have to get ready.
1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Might come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3, or ABC from A to Z. Back to raps, I won't miss. Heard the beat and I kissed. Sing a lot, but I switched. Yeah, bet you rappers so pissed. Now I'm high up with the stars. Yeah, I'm on the path up to Mars. Yeah, told me I wouldn't get far. Yeah, how you like all these bars? Yeah, how this kid fit so authentic? Why did I live that I said it? Yeah, flow is so sick, need a medic. Lies so corny, let's let it. Yeah, I just prove what I do, yeah. Name was Tom, but no cruise, yeah. Beat is on and I cruise, yeah. Vibe is lit in my cruise, yeah. 1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. Might come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3, or ABC from A to Z.